What's up, everybody? It's me, the Goods on YouTube. You guys can follow me on Twitter at TGsoGood. So today's video is going to feature this cyberface made by, I don't know if his name is MYK35 or if his name is Villager. I guess he goes by both names maybe. But I'll have the link to this video either in the description or in the comments. I have it somewhere. But also shout out to 2K Specialist for uploading this. Now, all I ask is that you guys just at least kind of skim through the rest of the video to see if it might be some information there that you want or you find interesting. Again, link somewhere on this. What's up, everybody? I am TGsoGood everywhere else on the internet and the Goods here on YouTube. So today what I'm doing is, well, at this very moment of the video, I am copying this .exe file, this executable file. This is patch 5 that I'm copying, and I already pasted it here actually. So I do have patch 5 that I'm going to be using today in this video, and then I also have the other patches backed up, so I could just, you know, bring in those exe files whenever I want. But this exe allows me to use, you know, my patch 5 cheat tables without issues. Also allows me to play my street roster however I see fit. And today I'm going to but I'm going to apply like this little sweatsuit, this gray Nike sweatsuit, and also the Uncle Drew cyberface to add it on to my street roster, 2K Street. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So, yeah. Anyway, I've got the link. I should have the link to the Uncle Drew cyberface down in the description somewhere. But as you can see, I'm just renaming the Nike sweatsuit file. And I'm just going to tell you guys now, I'm probably going to mess up here, but I'm just going to go through these steps so that some of you guys like to actually see the process of modding. I don't think this video is going to be very helpful for many people, but for people who already know how to mod and are kind of experienced, they might see something in this video that they find interesting. They might see something in this video that they can use. So anyway, so what I got to do is I need to name this like I've been naming my other files with the U and the underscore at the beginning. That lets me know that it's a uniform file for my own sake. And now, okay, these are the real jerseys. So I have my 2K Street roster version 2 up. And I'm actually looking to see which team I need to change their home and away jerseys for. So I can kind of see the slots already. I just got to figure out which team was the last team that I replaced their home and away jersey. New York, they already have theirs. Lakers. Okay, it's going to be Orlando. So let me move this up so you guys can see it. So Orlando, let me go in here in this roster and make sure that Orlando is the team that I need to update. Yep. Because it's still called Orlando Magic. So, all right, I'm going to change their stuff to this. And yeah, it should work, but I'm going to tell you now, I think it's not going to work because I feel like I'm forgetting something. All right, change the name. I'm probably forgetting a few things. All right, let me go into edit player. All right, so yep, I messed up. It's not going to work. I got to restart the game because I forgot to enable the freaking folder, the mod folder. Too late to do it now, so I've got to restart the game. All right, so I'm back. I've restarted the game. I forgot I was using a mod enabler to do this, and I had my files inside of a folder. And most of you people will probably just throw all your mods in the JusBGood folder or the modded folder, and so you wouldn't run into an issue like that. But with me, since I'm using a mod enabler, then it's easier for me to run into issues if I forget to load up some mod that should be applied to a roster and then try to go to edit menu. It will just load indefinitely, but luckily I can just look at one of the players that don't have a real portrait, and if they load up in this preview screen, then that means they'll load up when I click on edit player. Let me get back over to Orlando Magic. So I'm just gonna find a player here. It's gonna find a player that I can overwrite. So as you can see, okay. So I was hoping that they had that I did make use of the hoodie, which I forgot that I did. So I do have a hoodie model in this street roster. I just got to change the texture on this, which I'm going to do. Oh, let me load up 2K20 as the process. Okay, there it is. Oh, and I changed the name of the sweats to U_Nike_sweats. I only had one underscore at first, and I forgot I needed two, so I'm gonna have two underscores. All right, so now the issue is the logo ad appears on the sleeve. All right, everything else looks fine. I was looking at the hood area up there. All right, everything looks fine. I'm going to get rid of this Disney logo. So I got to pull up my cheat table, go to the first version of Nike sweats, and then where is it? Sponsor patch. Yeah. Let's see. Actually, I don't want it to show any sponsor patch, so I'm just going to delete everything. It didn't delete, so let me press backspace. Okay. All right, and then come down to the second one, which is going to show us their away jerseys. Delete that out of there. All right. The ad on the right sleeve has disappeared. And I know this is probably going to be boring for a lot of people, but hey man, I just needed to do a Let's Mod. I haven't done a Let's Mod video in a while. So you guys actually see me in the process of, creating, adding to my roster and what it takes and what I do. I actually haven't messed around with this roster in about a month, maybe longer. All right. So anyway, I need to work on, I've got this outfit in here now. Now I need to work on getting Uncle Drew's cyberface into the game. So that's going to start with me using player DNA to get Uncle Drew. So I'm going to search for somebody else's Uncle Drew. I'm going to scroll all the way down past my local DNA save files. And there is one Uncle Drew on PC that is uploaded for everybody to use. And it doesn't really even look like Uncle Drew. So, okay. All right. At least in my opinion, that does not look like Uncle Drew. That's just my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to pull up another one of these cheat tables. Again, these are patch 5. For use with patch 5. No, I will not update it. I don't care about updating cheat tables. I will not update cheat tables. I'll just use them as they are. I'll try to have a link to patch 5, 2K, patch 5 in the description. Just make changes at your own, at your own risk. But it's your responsibility to back up any patch files that you already have. So like if you have the current executable file or .exe file, if you have the current one already, then just, copy it to a backup folder so you can have it anytime you want it. And you can always copy and paste it back in. That's what I've done with every single patch. But I will try to have patch 5, a link to the patch 5.exe file in the description. And I've done videos on how to switch these faces and use some of these cheat tables before. So you guys just got to search the channel, man. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot of videos and I know it's a lot of footage to go through. But man. All right. So the cyberface number for the Uncle Drew file I have is 2122. So let's see who that originally is. That's originally Kyrie's cyberface ID number. I do not want to replace Kyrie's cyberface with Uncle Drew. I want to have them both. All right, so let's see. All right, so I got it to refresh. Got the face to refresh. Comes up as Kyrie. That's good. So now all I have to do, before I do anything, let me see if this glitch works real quick. Gotta see if I can change his hair from the edit player menu. It's not showing up here. Okay, so I can't do it right here. Could have did it in my player though. Anyway. All right. So now I've just got to get the Uncle Drew. Well, I probably just got to save this, then get the Uncle Drew, the real Uncle Drew cyberface in here. So basically I'm going to have two players named Uncle Drew, but one of them I'm going to rename to Kyrie. All right. So I'm just looking for a player to replace. I'll keep him. I like those braids. I'll keep him for right now. All right. I'll replace this guy. All right. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and replace this guy. I actually paused the video and the recording and everything, but I came back. You guys might not even notice it. Hopefully you don't. All right. Trying to pick up my train of thought on where I was. Basically, I'm looking for that last player DNA I just loaded up, which was like the Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew DNA. Let's see. All right. All right, so I got it on this one. And I'm going to need to change the cyberface ID. So here's the files right here from the Uncle Drew download, but they have the original Kyrie Irving cyberface ID, which is 2122. And I don't want it to be like that because I don't want to replace Kyrie Irving. I want to have Kyrie and Uncle Drew at the same time. So I need to drag these files over all into my JusBGood folder or modded folder, whichever one is called for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually rename these. So let's see what's the best way to go about doing this. All right, so I had to disable a modded folder. I don't really know how to explain this. I had to disable a folder in my generic mod enabler because I'm going to actually put the cyberface in there instead. And basically the mod enabler, what it does is it puts the files into the JusBGood folder for us. So, all right, so I'll drag all the files over here. I just got to rename them. So in here, I have a little file where I keep notes for what each file is. All right, so this one I'm going to name 30,008. That face ID is going to be Uncle Drew. So I changed that face file to be named face 30. 3008.if. Okay, got it. So now I need to rename all of these PNG files. And I'm not going to do it one by one because I have a program that can rename a bunch of files all at once for me. So I'm going to find that program and pull it up. Again, this isn't really a tutorial. It's just me showing you guys my process, my workflow for modding. All right, so I'm going to keep the first 3 characters to the left. After that, I'm going to rename it 30008, then keep the other characters. All right, we're good to go. Rename. All right, and it renamed it for us in the folder. Great. Now I can close this tool. I love this tool, man. You can just rename a bunch of files at once. It's perfect for me. All right. So now I just need to enable that folder again and go back into the game. As you can see, I just enabled the folder. The folder is called CF Mails New CF ID 4. It's a folder inside of my it's a subfolder, and then here in the actual UI of the mod enabler, that's where I enable that folder. And by enabling that folder, it copies the files over to my JusBGood folder. Kids, calm down. All right, so now I'm going to rename this to be 30008. All right, then I'm going to just go through a couple of these other options to rename them also, so that it doesn't show like a Sterling Brown player portrait, stuff like that, action photo. I don't want it to show Sterling Brown anymore. So I'm getting rid of all of that. It says signature ID. I'm just going to change that to Kyrie Irving. All right, I'm going to change some other stuff and just make it. All right, I'm just going to put zeros, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, let me see. Can I just delete or either do zeros? Yeah, I don't. This part you don't really have to deal with. I don't even play with game audio, so I don't know why I'm messing with the audio signature ID. I never listen to the game audio. All right, so anyway, you guys probably can skip forward on this part. I'm just doing some extra stuff for my own, I don't know, for my own purposes. I don't really know how to explain this stuff. I'm not the best person to explain things. I just happen to be like one of the most consistent people on YouTube that will actually sit down and explain some of these mods. But by no means, I don't think I'm a good candidate to even explain most of the stuff that I explain. I just actually sit down and make videos and do it. But I think there are other people that probably could explain this stuff way better than me. Anyway, right now I'm just equipping some animations, like the celebration animations and stuff like that. So I'm just equipping some animation packages. You know, the little celebrations that they do after a crazy bucket or whatever. We'll do the wave finger block. I think that's like the little Matumbo animation. All right. So I'm going to go over the shoes and gear and see if the face refreshes. All right. So the face is not refreshing. It's not showing the Uncle Drew cyberface. So that means one or two things. That means either the cyberface ID, that 30008 that I put, is not being recognized, or it could also mean that the file name, the sub file names, like for Kyrie's and Uncle Drew's face texture and hair texture colors, are the exact same as each other. So the game is not refreshing those files because I'm already using them. So let's see. If it shows Uncle Drew, okay, so that's what's happening. So now it's refreshed those sub files. And yeah, one of these should have been Kyrie Irving and the other should have been Uncle Drew. So basically the sub files inside of the face.if and the png.if, the sub files for the texture have the same names. So I need to go and rename the ones for Uncle Drew, and that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, I don't know a better way to explain this stuff. And if you're actually taking the time to watch this, man, that's incredible. There's so many people that left this video a long time ago. Trust me. Trust me. I look at the average view duration. It's gone up, though, over the last few months. It's gone up. People have been watching my videos a little longer. But a video like this, people left after I told them after I told them Uncle Drew, the link was in the description. People left right then and there. All right, so anyway, all right, this is a preview, but I hate that it shows the alpha layer like that. So I've got to I've got to go and open up Photoshop. I always use CS6. No. All right, so I'm going to pull that texture file right here into Photoshop just to see if it has white hair. Yep, it does have the white hair. Okay, great. So this is the correct texture. All right, so I'm going to have to rename that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to take this file, rename it. But I also have to edit this face color underscore o.texture file. That's basically a set of instructions. I'm going to open Notepad++. That's the program I'm in. So I open up that .texture file in Notepad++. And as you can see, you see this file name right here is actually listed here. So I told you guys this is a set of instructions. So it's telling the game to call that texture that I showed you in Photoshop, call that texture for this cyber face. So I'm just renaming it. I'm going to name it to face color underscore o.uncledrew.dds. Then I'm going to copy all of this. Then I save it. I'm just going to save it, press Control S or whatever. But yeah, I already saved it. All right. So now I just got to rename the .dds file here. But first, drag in that .texture file that you just saved. So I dragged it back in. When I open it, it shows me the changes. So now I just rename the texture. All right. Looks good. Looks good. All right. So now I've got to go into the PNG file. I don't know if PNG stands for player in game. I don't know what it stands for. Anyway, so so I know I'm gonna have to change this hair color .texture file. I'm trying to see what else I might need to change. Yeah, I'm gonna eventually have to change this .dds file. You know what? Over here on the far right where it says created access, that's how you can tell what files have been manipulated by modders. Not the modified date. Is it the modified date? Maybe. Well, no, not the modified date, but just the ones that have like the extra additional dates under the created and accessed columns. That's how you know they've been modded. So it looks like somebody added some leg tattoos, and I know they added chest tattoos. All right, man, this video is getting long. Sorry, guys. Can't say I never showed you guys how to do all of this. So yeah, basically inside of the png.if is where you put the player's tattoos and instructions for tattoos. But what I'm doing right now is I'm actually going to take these tattoos and save them on my computer because I've been archiving tattoos for players. Haven't done it in a couple weeks. All right, so his skin color is 4. That's what I just looked up. So go back to tattoos, skin color 4. Start a new folder for Kyrie Irving's tattoos. Basically, I wanted to make like this large archive of player tattoos. I really haven't done it lately, but make a large archive so you guys could just drag and drop tattoos onto any player that you want and even make new players. Anyway, long story short, let me move this out the way. All right, let me drag these Kyrie tattoos. So here's the legs. The instructions is the .txtr file or .texture file. And then that's for the legs. It says legs color. And then chest color will be for the arms, as you can see. All right, kids. So I'm going to drag those over. And then I'm actually going to, so I'm good. I got them on my computer in case I want to apply them to like a fictional cyberface or something. All right, so what I'm going to do now, just going to delete these from the Uncle Drew cyberface so that he looks kind of different from Kyrie. He won't have the leg tattoos that Kyrie has. He won't have the arm tattoos that Kyrie has. He'll still have the neck tattoo. I could get rid of that, but it'll take longer because that would involve me actually manipulating the texture in Photoshop, and I don't want to do that. All right, so the hair color is white. All right. All right, so now I need to copy this hair color texture to my desktop. That way I can rename this file here. So again, the hair color _o.texture. I open that up in Notepad++, which is a free program. Then I update the instructions. So change the file name to access a different DDS file. And then I copy that name, save it, close it, drag the file back inside of the png.if using 7-zip. And then now it's time to rename the .dds file here. All right, because the reason I'm renaming this is because before the file had the same name as the original Kyrie Irving files. So I want the hair should change. And what was the other one that I changed? The face texture. I believe I had changed earlier. But anyway, so now I just got to re-enable. All right, so let me back out of these, minimize this. Just re-enable my folder, which again, you guys don't have to do. That's just something I do. If you put your files in the JusBGood folder, you're good. All right, so now let me go in here, and this should show the original Kyrie Irving. No, maybe it's the other one. Oh, there we go. Now it shows it. All right, now there's a difference. Now it's had a chance to refresh. Okay. All right, so now we have actual Kyrie Irving and then Uncle Drew. So now I'm gonna go into Uncle Drew. And what am I gonna do with Uncle Drew? Oh, so there's gonna be clipping issues with the accessories because you remember I just did player DNA, so I need to get rid of the accessories underneath. For his upper body, I need to remove the sleeves, stuff like that. Yeah, you can kind of see the clipping. So I'm going to remove all that stuff. All right. Now I should remove compression pants, but I'm going to show you. Like right now, it doesn't show any clipping for compression pants, but when I get into an actual game, you'll see it will clip through the pants. Just looking for anything else that I need to update, which I don't think there is. Why does my thing show like that? The home colors and the red colors. I don't know, but anyway. Is that home color little thing supposed to look like that? Look like. Anyway, doesn't matter. All right, so now for Uncle Drew, that is Kyrie Irving. I'm just going to rename him Kyrie Irving. And I'm actually going to go back in. And I'm going to actually import. I keep saying actually. I'm going to import regular Kyrie Irving DNA. So I'm just going to search for Kyrie Irving and see who has Kyrie Irving DNA. So there's several Kyrie Irving DNAs on here. I like that one, Kyrie Final. I wonder if that's his DNA from the NBA Finals. They got the 18-year-old Kyrie Irving. Yes, son. I want cereal. I'll get you some cereal in a second. All right. Just rename him Kyrie Irving. Now, I know you guys heard me just tell my son I'm going to get him some cereal. He just ran to tell on me. He ran to tell his mom that I don't want to get him cereal. 2 years old. He went to go tell on me. All right. 2K Street V2. All right, I had backed out of that screen, but let me go back in and go ahead and save it. I'm not saving it online yet because I want to add Gigi Bryant. I want to add a young Kobe, stuff like that. All right, now I'm going to blacktop, and then what I'm going to do is just go to like a one-on-one screen and go to one-on-one. Then I'm going to load my roster. All right, and then after that, I'm going to pick Kyrie versus Uncle Drew. All right, this is the roster. Let me just go to the team. Oh, shoot. The team is not going to show up here because I need to actually edit the team type and team name. Okay, but here it is here under Euro teams. All right. So there you see, we got Kyrie and Uncle Drew. All right. All right, for whatever reason, it feels like it's taking longer to load than usual. Maybe I'm just impatient. All right. I keep forgetting to change this stage. I don't want to play here. But anyway. All right, so Kyrie has some accessories clipping through, but I'll get rid of those eventually. I just wanted to show you guys, like, okay, so now we actually have Kyrie and Uncle Drew. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looks good. Looks good. I don't know if I will use this for the thumbnail or not. I might use this for the thumbnail. We'll see. Uncle Drew. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I do want to add Gigi Bryant to this roster. I might do that. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do next. Man, I really need to work on this roster. As you can see, though, there is clipping. There's clipping with the compression pants, so I do need to remove those. But there is no tattoo on Uncle Drew's hand, but there is on Kyrie's. I did remove the tattoos on the chest, arms, and legs, like I showed you guys earlier. Again, I do want to add Gigi Bryant to this roster. Hopefully, when the summer circuit roster releases, if it does get released, which I have faith it will, I'll be able to kind of incorporate most of what I've got with my street roster into that roster. Especially, I've got a lot of different players. Now we have Uncle Drew. All right. All right, guys. So you guys feel free. Thank you for rocking with me. If you fast forwarded through this video or watched the whole video, however you chose to do it, thank you for rocking with me. Feel free to check out the other content. And until next time, I'm gone.